I'd like to start off by saying this video is a lot longer than the videos I normally make, but the two-part videos doesn't really work out. Most folks watch the first part and not too much about the second, so I put everything into one video. Today I'm going to be turning some maple, some walnut, and a chunk of epoxy that I have had curing for a few days. We'll see how it works out. Hope you folks enjoy the video. Scratchies. Yep. Yeah, she's a good girl. As far as the tools I'm using today is my round carbide, square carbide, diamond tip carbide, parting tool, and a bowl scraper that I recently purchased. The wood's really dry, turning really well. So far everything's going well. At this point, I'm applying pure walnut oil, my go-to oil. One of the biggest reasons I use it because there's nothing added to it. It just naturally dries. Usually 24 hours, but I'll give it a few and then I continue on. Yeah, as you can see, everything went really well with this epoxy pour. Turning is pretty smooth. There's a couple of chips that I got out of it, but that's because of me being a little over aggressive with piece. But so far, everything seems to be working out as planned. Well, I made it to the end, ended up with a lid, didn't break. Everything seemed to go really well. The sanding for the lid took quite some time, a couple of hours. The wet and dry was the hardest part, and for a while there I was worried that it wasn't going to shine, but it came out really nice. So if you folks made it this far into the video, I totally appreciate support. And as always, thanks for watching.